reactions. The whole thing about reactions in the so-called self-development or you know life coaching industry, this reactions has been talked so badly that it's almost become uh, it's like it's got sentenced to death row. It's so badly that it's kind of like treated like a demon. In my videos, I also talk about there's the reactions, there's uh, being aware of your reactions and doing like a meditation or yoga or something, so that you can minimize the amount of influence from the reactions in your response to things. Respond to things instead of react to things. What I didn't say, and what most is I think the life coaching industry and also self-development coaches don't really say, is that reactions are completely harmless. Reactions, another way to say it, I must let you know that reactions must be there because our very survival depends on that. You guys heard about nuclear fusions. So that's something that powers the sun. So we have this beautiful light right here, and the blue sky is all from those beautiful sunlights. If that's too far away from us, fine. Let's zoom in a little bit, right? Just go back to our Earth. Those beautiful minerals that you see, the mineral water that we drink, is all chemical stuff. The if you guys have any of you know the thin sections that we take from the rocks, we put them under the microscope and we look at them. They have all kinds of different shapes. When you rotate it, they emit different colors. Those minerals are direct result of the chemical reactions inside of Earth. That's from millions of years ago, whatever. If that's still far away from you, we come back to our own very body, our immune system, our digestion, everything. Why do you need to drink water? Why do we need to breathe the air? Because we need oxygen. But what you don't know is there's a series of biochemical reactions that's been going on inside to generate energy for us, especially the energy coming from the food. That's why we always need to understand, this food to eat, that food is not good to eat, and what kind of food to be combined to create a balanced diet. These things don't just stay on the level of just pure concept. You need to dive into it to understand how everything works, because that's all chemistry, that's all biochemical reaction. Another way to say it, our body is reactive to these things. Our body is reactive. Reaction and active. Reactive. That's why we have the energy flow in our body. That's why we're able to do things. That's why you're able to sit there and watch this video, and I'm able to be here standing in front of this camera to deliver this talks to you. So there's absolutely nothing negative or positive about reactions. So this is something you need to understand. You need to be very clear about. Never try to fight the reactions, because the reactions is the very reason why we're here. Our very existence, our very spiritual, a very physical existence, depending on this. Not just the humans, but all animals and plants. The photosynthesis, it's all the chemical reactions inside. What you need to know, aside from that, what you do need to remember is this, and understand is this, that while the reactions are there, they serve their purpose. What you need to know, what you need to do, is that minimize the amount of the influence from the reactions, so they don't get too involved in your conscious doings. You must have a mind a mind that is able to distinguish which one is just a reaction, which one is just, which one is actually the real things that you need to do. Body, mind, spirit. These things must work together. In my previous video, I talk about, you feel the sensations during meditation. Where does the sensation come from? The sensation comes from biochemical reaction. And the sensation generates a series of thoughts. And the thoughts feed back to the body, and it generates another series of biochemical reactions, and it generates some more thoughts. So these things are actually working together. They're not like just a simple result of the other or the cause of the other, but they're actually both cause and results of each other. Body, mind, spirit. So when you actually dissect and really start to meditatively analyze those sensations, you realize you start feeling the energy fields inside of yourself. That's why people always say, feel the energy inside. What's the kind of energy inside you're feeling? What you're actually feeling is kind of a result of the biochemical reactions inside. So you feel how active you are. Feel yourself as a universe. It's not just a concept anymore. It's not just like a spiritual teaching that I'm part of the universe, but you actually feeling yourself as a universe, understanding it as a universe, not just remember this some intellectual fact or something. But our mind is so out of the balance. This is the reason why we are so distracted. We let the reactions dominate our actions. There's a reaction inside. Normally speaking, a balanced mind is able to say, oh, so there's a reaction over there, but yes, that's okay. I understand this is what I need to do. So I can go on and do my stuff without being so much influenced by the reactions, or without being too reactive about it. Reactions are there. Our body is reactive, or is there to serve their purpose. If we are seeing the tiger in the wild, and of course our body has to react to that, has to be reactive about it, so we can prepare and to kill our way out of that situation, or maybe run away or something, or maybe throw a punch at the tiger, whatever it is requires in that condition. The problem is because our mind is so out of control, out of balance. So even some just superficial thoughts will make our body react as if it is real. For example, I did a roller coaster in it's about 10 years ago already. I did a roller coaster in Six Flags park. And a couple of years ago, I did. It was actually an amazing experience. And what's interesting is, a couple of years ago, I was when I was still working in the shopping mall. During the break time, I saw virtual reality equipment. So I gave them $2, and then I have a try. It was just like in a small boxy thingy, and there's a chair. There's like virtual reality, the VR goggles you wear, and there was also about a roller coaster. It was the worst roller coaster experience I ever had, and it was not even a real roller coaster. Because when I got out from it, my head started spinning. I just feel like, man, I'm so lightheaded, and not only that, I almost started puking, but I didn't. Fortunately, I did not puke on the freaking shopping mall floor. And what I got from that was that I realized it was actually not real, but it just our mind is telling us it is real, and our body is reacting to it. And the reactive body and its feed into our mind, the mind will just go wild and say, "Oh my God, this is crazy! Something is gonna happen," because that in the end of that VR thing is basically it's a roller coaster crashing into pieces. So you're actually plummeting towards the ground from like 100-meter higher or whatever. So you the body just like tensed up, but all there was is just a goggle that were on your face, and the chair has been shaking, vibrating. That was all. But it actually make you feel like you're gonna puke, and your body even part of it even feel like, oh my God, I'm in a near death situation. So that's just to tell you that our mind can be very useful, but at the same time it creates so much illusion for us. That's the problem. The problem is not the reactions. The reactions, like I said, it has to be there to serve its purpose. But it's our mind that has been out of the balance, out of control. And most times because we're not aware the patterns of our mind, so our mind has taken all the control instead of we ourselves. So this is the moment for you to understand this, is that reactions is going to be there. You're never going to kill it because it's always going to be there unless you die one day and all the reactions stop. But otherwise the reactions is going to be there. It's never going to stop at all. What you need to have is to realize that your mind is the only thing that you need to pay attention to. Another thing about a reaction is that sometimes the reaction is actually coming from your compassion towards people. Remember I talked about this before, the expression and stuff in my previous video. When you actually meditate, you having more compassion towards people. This is the reason why sometimes if you actually coming from like some country that really experienced some historical adversities, you saw those massacres or whatever, the sad things happen, you have the great compassion towards people. This is the reason why sometimes when you hear those unconscious words, you react so much to it, because you have the love for people that you just cannot understand why people have feeling so much resentment and hatred towards other people. It's because you love people so deep, you feel something that they're not able to feel. You are aware of something that they are not aware of. This is the reason why that holding back you. This is something that holds back you from expressing sometimes, because before you say something, you could already feel that hurt from the other person because of your compassion. This is the reason why you react to that, so you just hold yourself back. It's not like you are not expressing it anymore. It's just the love for the other person is so great that you are feeling it without the other person feeling it at all. So there's nothing wrong with the reactions, nothing wrong with some of your expressions and stuff, or your reactivities. It is actually just sometimes your mind is not able to tell what's the illusion and what's the truth. Once you're able to work how the mind works, understand its patterns, you will be able to make the decisions more wisely and with a less and less influence from your reactions. So this is the video I'm going to make this week. I hope you guys have a nice weekend. See you guys next time.